Today, we're going to give you 3 facts that will help you overcome failure and shift your mindset to unlock a better future. So most people are really surprised when they fail for the very first time. They're actually taken back by it, or even worse, they're knocked on their butt and then sit there and don't do anything about it and never get back up. But what I want to teach you today is the ability to be gritty by expecting to fail and actually embracing failure and loving failure. So many of us has such a strong fear of failure, and it's not a healthy relationship. You shouldn't fear failure, because failure is learning. It's an opportunity to grow. It puts you out of your comfort zone, and that's a good thing. And so what I want to do is help you unlock how to properly view failure so that way you're not afraid of it. And it will help you stop procrastinating. It'll help you move forward faster, to start taking steps, to be more courageous, and will deepen your belief that if things don't go perfectly the first time, like, hey, it's okay. That's normal. That's actually way more normal than if it did go perfectly the first time. So, number 1, fail fast instead of failure avoidance. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, instead of procrastinating and pushing it off and trying to do everything you can to protect yourself from failure, that comes from the fear of failures. You're trying to protect yourself from failure and trying to hedge all your risk. Go ahead and move as quickly as you possible to fail early and often so you learn. A dear friend of mine that was starting a business years ago, and I'll never forget, they told me about this business they had, this idea, and I thought it was pretty good. And I was like, you know what? You should pursue that. And they started planning, and he created a 50-something page business plan. Okay. And never started the business, never got off the ground, never did anything with it. And why? Because in that business plan, it had all the modeling and the numbers and the forecasts and everything, and contingency plans and marketing plans and everything, but nothing ever got done. By the time you take 6 months to create a 50-page business plan, you could have had 6 months of actual learning from real customers or clients or users, and learned and been light years ahead, right? Instead of not even starting. So the idea here is to fail fast, get to market, figure out a way that you can get in front of your ideal customer or client or users and get feedback as quickly as possible, and try things and fail until it starts really getting some traction, right? And that's how things work. So number 1, fail fast, don't avoid it. Actually embrace failure. Real quick, if you're getting some value out of this, hit that subscribe button. Let's get back to it. So number 2 is expect to fail until you don't. Funny story. I learned how to play pickleball a few years ago. If you haven't tried playing pickleball, I highly recommend go trying it. It's super fun. It's very competitive in some groups, and if you get in the higher level advanced groups, it's a lot of fun. But anyway, a friend of mine was going to play for the first time and didn't have a whole lot of much of a sports background, and came out onto the pickleball court and was stunned at how terrible they were and how hard the game was, and how challenging it was. They were like thinking that they were going to walk out there and just have a good time and maybe win a few games or something. And they were getting blown out every time. And so I asked them a couple questions, follow-up questions, like, hey, did you expect to come out here and win? And they're like, yeah, I thought I could at least compete or win. I'm like, well, did you ever play any sports that are similar to this? No. Did you ever play racket sports? No. Okay, then give me the idea of why did you expect to be good? And they didn't really have a good answer, or any answer at all. And so the idea here is you have to expect to fail until you don't. You're going to fail while you're getting reps, while you're learning, while you're developing, while you're growing. And that's good. That's a good thing, because if you're not learning and you're not growing and you're not progressing. So lean into the idea and expect to fail. Don't shun failure. Don't push failure away. Don't do everything you can to avoid failure. Instead, think of how fast can I fail so I can learn and adapt and pivot and grow and make progress, right? So number 3 is fail forward forever. One of the things that we think of is that failure is a one-time event. That if you fail, oh, I failed. I started a business in my 20s and it failed, right? It's a one-time event. No, it's a journey, and it's a cyclical journey, and it happens over and over again, because you never quote unquote arrive or quote unquote make it, right? You can make it to a point, but it doesn't mean you're never going to fail again, right? So for example, let's pretend you started a business and the first few years are a lot of failure and it's really, really hard and you're failing and learning and growing. But then all of a sudden you have a banner year, you're breaking records and the business is thriving, you're doing really well. There is a tendency for business owners to get complacent and to think, oh, I failed in the past and that's why I won. Well, guess what's around the corner? More learning, more failure. It's not over. So don't rest on your laurels. Don't think that failure is a one-time event that will forever live in the past. It is a part of life. It is a process that continually happens over and over again, because you may launch a new product line and it fails. You may launch a new marketing initiative and it fails, right? Or the business may have a competitor move in across the street and then takes business from you. You never know what's going to happen. So failure is inevitable in cycles, but we can't be afraid of it. It's not fatal unless we stop progressing forward. So that's why I said fail forward forever. Like continue focus on failing and moving forward, and it's a forever cycle. And I promise if you do that, you build that grit, that resolve, that determination to keep pushing forward and say, you know what, I didn't fail, I learned something. This is the way I'm going to do it next time, or I'm going to make this adjustment. You will eventually continually see more and more progress and succeed at a higher clip than you did in the past, but failure is never not around the corner. Okay. So if this was helpful and you want to learn more on how to have a winning mindset like the GOATs, the greatest of all time athletes, then check out this next video and drop a like or subscribe.